Hey everyone, this is for homework 1.13. Today I'm going to be typing in these answers so it's nice and clear for you and going through the words. So we have, in this case, prefixes that mean good and prefixes that mean bad. So the prefixes that mean good start with EU and BEN, ben. And then those that are bad start with dis or dys and mal, mal. Okay, so you'll see that we have dysfunctional, dystopia, malaise, malice, malignant, malnourished. Those are all our negative words or our bad words. And then beneficial, benevolent, benign, and euphoric are all words that mean or have good meanings. So when we look down below, if we see something that looks like it's a negative sentence, we should be using one of these mal or dis words. And if we see something that's a more positive sentence, we should be looking at something with ben or u in front of it, eu. So I usually feel, in this case, we're going to use the word malaise. Malaise means just general discomfort after eating too much junk food. So this too much junk food tells us that this is a negative situation, so I'm using malaise. I felt when I won first place in the talent show. So here's going to be something where I felt really good. Did I feel beneficial when I won first place, benevolent, benign, or euphoric? In this case, we're going to use euphoric. Euphoric means extremely happy. And so I felt euphoric when I won first place in the talent show. Poverty is a symptom of what kind of society? So in this case, it is going to be one of our dis or mal words because this is a negative thing, right? Poverty is a negative thing. And so we're going to use, in this case, dysfunctional. Dysfunctional means not or bad functioning, right? So not functioning society. Exercise is blank to health and well-being. So in this case, exercise is a good thing for our health and well-being, so it should be one of our BEN or U words. We've already used euphoric, so beneficial, benevolent, or benign. Well, exercise is beneficial. Beneficial means helpful, right, to health and well-being. It's good for our health and well-being. The stray dog is blank from not eating enough food. In this case, we're looking for something bad because he's not eating enough, and so we can look at malnourished, malice, or malignant. Which of those looks like it's related to food? Well, you might notice that malnourished has mal, which is bad, nourish, which means to provide our bodies with the proper nutrients, right? So badly nourished, meaning they're not getting the proper nutrients. He is so blank, evil, and full of blank, many people won't even say his name. Okay, so this person is super bad, right? In this case, we would say he is so malignant and full of malice. Okay, so malignant is another word for evil or bad. It usually means someone who can spread bad to others. And then full of malice, meaning full of evil or full of badness. Malice is usually kind of like meanness. Many people won't even say his name. The blank principal bought ice cream for all the students. Well, if our principal buys us ice cream, they're pretty nice. So beneficial, benevolent, benign, or euphoric, here we're going to use benevolent. Benevolent means good and extremely kind, usually. So a kind principal, the benevolent principal, bought ice cream for all the students. The Hunger Games trilogy is set in a fictional dystopia. You may have heard about dystopia in your ELA classes. A dystopia is a society that tries to be amazing, but is malfunctional or dysfunctional too and not working. And so it's actually not a good society. And then because it makes less pollution, solar energy is more beneficial. We're going to use this word here. Beneficial means good for. It's a beneficial source of electricity. So then you're going to pick two vocabulary words to use them in a sentence. Pick any of these two that you want to practice using. I might use, let's use dysfunctional. that system is dysfunctional and never works, right? So you can make your own sentence using any one of these words that you want to practice. And then lastly, we have two types of figures of speech. We have a euphemism and a dysphemism. A euphemism is a figure of speech that makes something that is bad sound better, and a dysphemism is a figure of speech that makes something that is bad worse than it really is. Okay, so let go means that you were fired. Passed away means that somebody died. And a correctional facility is a nicer way to say prison. Now, our dysphemism are things that make something sound worse than it really is. So a crazy house is not a nice way to say a mental hospital. A boneyard is not a great way to say a cemetery. And a do-gooder is kind of an unkind way to say that somebody's a helpful person. Okay, so again, practice these words, euphemism and dysphemism. Euphemism and dysphemism. See if you can practice saying those out loud. All right, your code word for today will be benefactor. Benefactor. If you write the word benefactor at the top of your paper, then you can earn extra credit. A benefactor is a good person who usually provides money or funding for something. Happy homeworking, and I will see you tomorrow.